As I alluded to a few minutes ago, I tried to show some pictures of what $1 million look like. It is important, I think, that we have an image of what we're trying to get to, and it is possible. Did you know that if $1 million bills are in tightly, or $100 bills are tightly packed together, you can put $1 million in a grocery bag? That's attainable. That's something that you can pick up and carry. Can you just feel it in your mind? And even a nice arrangement of $20 bills and $1 million that can be put on a nice display on a tabletop, and you've still got time to work, or plenty of space to work around it. And I'll tell you, we've got a leader in our group, Michael Huggins, who is working on $1 million this year, and he's showing us how we can work towards that too. He's got the vision, and we need to hitch our wagons to his vision, and he's going to show us how we can be successful beyond our wildest dreams. Michael, good morning, sir. How are you?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Money Monday. Thanks, Ron, for the intro. All right, everybody. All right. So Ron brought up a good point about what it is that you are sharing on your camera. Some of you, I don't think you're meaning to share what you're sharing. So, like he said, just turn your camera off. There's a setting when you come into the app that will that you can say turn on camera when I open the app, or turn on audio when I open the app, or turn off when I open the app. Make sure it's set to off when you open the app, and then you don't have to worry about it. I watched someone pick their nose the other day. I'm like, what the heck? You don't know your camera's on? You better not eat that booger. So let's make sure our cameras are off. Okay, right on. Well, I got this thing pulled up here on the screen, and it says, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Have you ever sat back and saw how your past self made something easier for your future self? Right? Even, little things like you hide a kombucha in the fridge and you think they're all gone, and then you're like, oh wait, I hid one. Yeah, thank you, past self. Little things like that. But what about the big stuff, like real estate investing, like marketing, like personal development, like exercise? Let's make sure we're doing stuff that our future selves are gonna thank us for. Okay, not this regret, like, oh man, I shoulda. Nope. We're going to have thanks. My future self is going to thank me for some stuff I did today. So hopefully you kind of have that attitude and idea going on. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about there we go, is this be, do, have. Be, do, have. So a lot of people, when they set their goals, especially their goals working in this company, their income goals and whatnot, all their goals have to do with having. And they forget the goals of the doing, the goals of the being, and the goals of the giving. So if you haven't already done this, we're halfway through the year now, right? We're second week into July. So it's really time to evaluate, am I doing what I want? Am I being who I want to be? Am I having what I want to have? And am I giving what I want to give? And if that's not the case, take a screenshot now and let's get to work. What I would encourage you all to do, if you haven't done it yet, is create a dream board that follows these guidelines. Be. Who will you be in order to move forward? What qualities do you need to enhance within you to be who you need to be in order to achieve your goals? And the doing, what will you do to move toward your goal? What is the first thing you can do? Have, What result will you have? How will you know you have it? And then the give is how will you serve others? You need to answer these questions. If you have not answered these questions and you've been in this organization for weeks or months, it's time to answer these questions. It's something you got to know. There's no right or wrong.
Salud.
Okay. Feel better. Good morning. So make sure you're doing something that your future self will thank you for, and that you're being somebody your future self will thank you for, and that you're giving something that your future self will thank you for. See, some of you walk around, not all of you, but some of you walk around the world thinking you're the shit because you have a Renatus account, right? You got your combo, a lifetime membership, you're 5-star, you're good. And you walk around like you're better than somebody. Some of you, not the majority of you, not a lot of you, not most of you, just some of you. And what happens is, because you're the shit, because you're so cool, because you got things going your way, sometimes we want to keep that stuff to ourselves. We want to keep it a secret. We want to make sure that we're the only ones with the cool stuff. That's a disease. So make sure that you're not priding yourself on having a Renatus membership and that you pride yourself on giving Renatus memberships. I'd give them away for 20 grand a pop. So what membership are you going to give away this week? To whom? To whom will your membership be given this week? Let's give it to them. 20 grand. 'Cause pretty soon we got to give it to them for 25. Oh, still here? Okay, cool. Okay, be do have. Don't skip your be do have exercises. Okay, great news, guys. I don't know if you knew this. Great news. Today is Mr. Snyders B-Day. Yay. It's his birthday. Could you imagine if Mr. Snyder wasn't born? Holy crap. What a mess we'd all be in. We'd be in such a mess. So today is his birthday. Send him a thank you. Send him a something. Tell him happy birthday. Also, if you haven't done it already, we are looking for some more success stories. So if you could email Mr. Snyder at ceo@myrenatus.com. Email him. ceo@myrenatus.com. And what I'd like you to do is email him a couple bullet points, just a little quick story, a couple points of how Renatus has helped you. How Renatus has helped you, how many deals you've done, or deals you're working on, or deals you're working towards. And then the last thing is what's different. How are things different? Right? Like, do your kids have a different conversation with you now that we're in real estate? your spouse treat you differently? Do you look at things differently? Is your schedule different? What else is different? How has this company impacted you? And email him a happy birthday slash thanks. That would really help. It's exciting stuff. I thought it was his birthday last week because my phone reminded me, but it gave me the 1 week reminder saying, hey, that's going to happen in a week. I thought it was that day, but it's July 9th. So email him. That'd be great. You guys are awesome. Okay. So Ross, I don't know if you noticed, Ross, when you every time you sneeze, your phone comes off mute. So maybe if you could lock your screen or something. So doing that. There. Okay. Today is Mr. Snyder's birthday, so be sure to thank him. Let him know how you feel. Let him know. Just let him know. Okay, so we got a couple more notes here I want to share with you. So one thing people are neglecting to do, which it's kind of silly, but it has to do with the leaders retreat, and that is your transportation from the hotel. You must go in and book the transportation. Book the transportation through the website. You got to book it. Okay, they're on like a 30-day, 45-day cycle of transportation. So if you don't book it saying, I want to ride, then you'll end up taking the public transportation, the public shuttles all around, up and down the resorts. And so your 1 hour private bus ride could end up being a 2.5 hour public bus ride. What do you want? How would you like to be introed to Mexico? How about you just book the transportation instead? Yeah, I think it's like $45 or something like that. $45. And just don't neglect to do the easy things that can really have a big impact on you. So book your transfers, use the transportation information on the website. When you go to book your stay, right below the book it, there's a book transportation. Okie dokie. Oh, $29. It's $29 each way. You get a bargain just for being here. So book it. Okay, cool. Totally random, but just thinking, you know how the business center is going away, right? Helios is coming out July 17th, and the business center is going away. So I'm wondering how many of you are filmmakers or have a little inkling of that and want to have some fun. What if, it's just a what if, I'm putting it out there, what if we made an Office Space type video, you know, when they're smashing the all the electronics and they're just saying goodbye forever, right? They're smashing it and they look all badass. What if we made one of those where we smash the quote unquote business center, whatever that is, we just decide, and then we bring it out to Helios. So maybe if some of you this weekend or next could go and make a funny little video of that, you know, just something that can represent the transition time that we're going to be doing. You could shoot it like the Xbox. I mean, we got options. I'm just saying, there's only one time in history that the business center is going to be shut down and never come back. So why don't we make some funny funness with it? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Blow it up with fireworks because America. Okay, so just some ideas for you today on this lovely Money Monday. So something else that's going to be happening is what corporate is calling resource packets. Resource packets. In the resource packet, there's going to be things like the new slides for PowerPoints. There's going to be handouts and flyers that you can use at the events. There's going to be the disclosures and disclaimers. Let's disclose, and then disclaim. Okay, these are going to be in the resource packets. Something else that's going to come out is the earnings plan. Earnings plan PowerPoint. Okay. So there's the thing. They have resource packet number 1 ready for us. 2 is about to come out. 3 is going to come out pretty soon. So as things are evolving, there's going to be more and more things that come out. So this is what you got to remember. This is an evolution. There are lots of things coming. There's no way to do it all in one. All right. Yeah, it's not how evolution works. It doesn't just come all at once. It happens over time. So this is something that's evolving, this thing called Renatus. And so we're going to have these resource packets. What I need you to have this mindset of is check back often. There's going to be a resource section in Helios where we're constantly giving you new things to try. New videos, new content, new visuals, new offers, all sorts of stuff. So check back often in the resource section. Just, put it on your calendar once a week, Monday mornings for 10 minutes. I check the resource section of Helios and see if there's anything new, right? Or every other week or once a month, whatever. You just get in the mode of checking stuff, okay? And have that idea and that mindset. This is an evolution. There's going to be more. Okay, don't be one of those people that's like, I just got used to resource packet 1, and now there's a second one. Don't say that. Okay, this is an evolution. It's going to grow. It's going to keep growing. And just grow with it. You want to grow? Grow with us. This company is growing like crazy. You want growth in your life. Don't try to slow it down. Don't say it's going too fast. Just go with the flow, as Sandra says. Go with the flow, baby. Check back often. There's going to be a couple things evolving, so stay in touch. Cool. All right, now, something else to put on your calendar. Ron mentioned it. I'm going to mention it again. And that is, we got August 2nd, August 3rd, August 4th, up at corporate. These 2 are for combo holders. Okay, you got to have your combo. Or if you're bringing a guest, they have to be registered. They can come to that. And then August 4th is the corporate intensive. So that's for anybody. Anybody. It's going to be live and online. It's for guests. This is for education holders. Okay. So the topic for August 2nd is going to be home inspections. How cool is that? How many of you have like, man, I need to have a home inspector on my team? And you've thought about becoming a home inspector, but you're like, but that's not real estate investing. I'm not going to do it. Well, great news. We now have a class on home inspections. So now when you go walk through a home, when you listen to different offers and look at different breakdowns of rehab projects, you'll know. So home inspections is coming. Super big deal. And then August 3rd is advanced entrepreneurship. Advanced entrepreneurship. Okay, I don't remember the instructor's name for August 2nd, but the instructor for August 3rd is Woody Woodward. And then August 4th is going to be, the topic is going to be subject to financing and some negotiating. Now I know Bob Snyders the negotiation instructor, but we're going to still cover some of that stuff on August 4th. So subject to negotiation, and the instructor is going to be Brian Sump. Brian Sump. So it's going to be, this August 4th thing is a national intensive. Anybody, anywhere, online, national intensive. So you want to be building for that, put that on your calendar. If you're in a market where you got 10, 15, 20 people at least, and where, above that obviously too, you should be streaming August 4th event into your office, into your house, into your event center. Okay, they're going to be streaming it in 4K, so it's going to look incredible. You just got to put enough people in front of them. So put that on your calendar. Make sure you're using that stuff. Now, a lot of you have a guy named Matt Sorenson come to your markets and train your peeps on self-direction. Matt Sorenson. Self-directed IRAs. Well, let's do this. Self-directed retirement accounts. There we go. Okay, so this is a big deal, guys. As soon as we end the PAT call today, I'm going to switch my focus to this because Matt Sorenson is coming to the Salt Lake market, which means the Idaho market, which means some of you in Denver are going to drive over there, which means some of you in California might be coming over, Nevada. Okay, but the Salt Lake market is Saturday, 14th, 7/14. We're going to have Matt Sorenson doing an intensive. So if our business is, remember we got to find the people. So we got names, email addresses, phone numbers. We got to put these phone numbers into our spreadsheet. Okay. And then we got to find the people. Find the people. Then we got to tell the story. Then we build for events. Then we continuously follow up. And then we AFTO. Bam fam. Keep asking for the order. We might have to book another meeting from another meeting. Okay. Then eventually we have an OEP. And then we get paid. Remember this process. So sometimes people don't build for this event because they think, well, I don't know how to find the people. I don't know who it applies to. Like, I don't know what to talk to them about. How do I build for an intensive? So this stuff is easy. So first, find the people. When we go to find the people, this stuff is easy because there's already 50 million baby boomers whose retirement accounts are not working. not working to where they can retire from the income of their own resources. They're retiring from government income and church income and neighborhood income and family income, but not their own personal resources. So that's a big issue, guys. 50 million people. So here's one thing I like to remind myself is no matter who we're talking to, we can help them. If they have the right mindset, okay, we recruit for mindset, we train for skills. Just put that off to the side. Recruit for mindset. That's what we do. And then you know what else? If we want skills, we train for skills. We don't recruit for skills. We train for skills. We recruit for mindset. So we're looking for people that have a mindset of teachability, of coachability, of wanting to try something new, of wanting to make a change. So this week when I'm building for this intensive, and the people that I'm finding, because this topic is so important, and this topic isn't real estate related, this topic is finance related, it's future related, it's retirement related. I'm going first for my friends and fam, because it's going to be easier for me anyway. Depends on your guys' family, but my family's been pretty, well, it depends on which side. Some are really open, some are incredibly closed. But I'm still going to invite them, and then I'm going to tell them the story. So when I find the people, just remember 50 million baby boomers. So that's 1 in 6 people you walk around in this country is a baby boomer. Talk to them. Say, hey, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? Have you ever thought about contributing or controlling your own retirement account? Or did you know that you could retire from the income of your own retirement account if you do what I say? You got to start these conversations. So when we find the people, now what's the main story with retirement accounts? Right? What's the story here? So now we're going to tell the story. Well, the story is made up of a couple things. One, you could tell the story of the company Renatus. 2, you can tell your story. What has been happening for you? What's transforming? What's transpiring? What's got you more excited about the future? Or you tell the story of the instructor or the event. Right? What is the event? What's the story behind that? Who's the instructor? What's the story there? Okay, so building for events and following up. So what's the story here? When we're telling people who we are, what we do, why we're so successful, the main thing is we're thinking outside the box. We're challenging the status quo. So sometimes in that challenge, right, we're the top 1%. We're in the top percentage. So we challenge people's thinking. So we're gonna have to challenge the way they do things, challenge the way they experience things. Now, when people are thinking about retirement accounts, they're expecting someone to be selling a retirement account plan, someone to be selling a contribute 3% and we'll take care of it for you. That's not going to happen. How many people do you know have retired from contributing 3% and letting someone else take care of it? That's not going to happen. So, have you guys Have you, let's think about the story. There's another story that could be told of a team member. How many of you have a team member or someone in your community, someone in your organization that has controlled their retirement account? You know who comes to my mind is Keith. Keith, I forgot his last name. Keith from the Phoenix team. And what he does is he changes his retirement account to, I don't even know what he's getting now, but let's say the average people are getting between 2 and 8%. And because now he's controlling it, he's getting anywhere from 20 to 80% returns on investment, ROI. So, yeah, Cardinal. Keith Cardinal. That guy's incredible. And if he's on the line here, we should have him share his story. But if he's not on the line, you need to hear his story. Check it out. Look him up on Facebook. But he's getting, depending on his deals, he's sometimes getting a 10 times higher rate of return on some of his real estate and some of his deals than he was getting before he took control of his retirement account. It's incredible. So some people you're talking to, right? Have you ever had this where you're like, hey person, I got this great thing going on. I'm so excited to tell you. And they're like, oh, uh-huh. And you're like, yeah, this directly applies to you. I am so excited to tell you all about this thing because it affects you. And they're like, oh, okay, uh-huh. Yeah. I'm not gonna listen. Have you ever had someone like that and you're like, this what I have is for you, and they're like, but nah, I don't need that. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be like, guess what? You can retire. You can be financially free off the income of your own personal resources. You can do it. Here's the ideas. I got an idea for you. Would you like an idea? This is a light bulb. That's my idea. And then this person straight up puts their freaking fingers in their ears, says, nah, not for me. This happens, right? This is what happens when we tell the story. Some people just say nah and they plug their ears. It's gonna happen. So don't get discouraged by it. It's just some people don't want help. Some people just like it the way it is. You want to help them. You know you can help them. You see you can help them. They need the help, but they don't want the help. Then skip them. Like I said, we train for skills. We recruit for mindset. So if this person's not coachable, we just got to find the next person to tell the story to. Someone else is like, oh, I need help. What do you got? And you're like, oh, I can help you. Okay, right now, 95% of people in this country over 65, their income is being supplemented by government, friends, family, and churches. Their income is being supplemented by those four things because that's crazy. Over 95% of 65-year-olds have their income supplemented. And it's a challenge. So it depends. You could talk to the 65-year-olds and say, hey, let's catch up. Let's play catch up. It's pretty easy to catch up if you're getting 20, 40, 60% return on some of these investments. So let's play catch up. Let's get them excited. It's possible that you can catch up. And then for the people who are not 65, you're talking to 20, 30, 40-year-olds, then what you're going to say is you have a message of a warning, kind of. A warning with a new possibility. All right, my message is, here's the warning, and here's the possibility if you pay attention to it. The warning is, If you let someone else direct your 401k, you won't have one. The new possibility is if you learn how to self-direct, then not only will you be in a totally different boat when it comes to income, but your assets will be protected. You won't be able to be sued if all of your retirement account or real estate's owned by retirement accounts. You're unsuable. How cool is that? So this is why we got to tell the story. It doesn't matter how, with some of us, like I'm imagining some of my parents' friends. Some of my friends' parents. That's different than my parents' friends. Some of my friends' parents, because they knew me before. They knew me as the guy who just did whatever he wanted. Oh wait, that's still me. They knew me as the guy living in Vanessa's basement. I didn't want to do that. So they know this old version of me. And so when I go talk to them, and I have this message of let's go play catch up, or there's this warning I have, and I have a new possibility. Some of them are going to be so stubborn and so blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear you. They're going to be this kind of person. I'm just imagining it right now. I can already see them. Some of my friends' parents. And so sometimes we don't want to offend people, right? We don't want to offend them, especially if they're older than us. We're talking about retirement accounts. So when I go and talk to these people, it's going to be interesting because I'm going to ask them about their retirement accounts. I'm going to ask them, since you've been in charge of it, and it's been in your control, right? And you're still making the decisions. You might have decided to let a financial planner control it. Still your decision. Well, you've been making the decisions for this long with this information. Great for you. Are you going to retire? Is it working? Right? Is your plan actually working? Right? You got to ask them with optimism, not skepticism. Hey, is your plan working? Yeah, your retirement plan, is it working? You're going to retire? Is it going to, right? How old are you now? When is it going to work for you? No matter what, some people are going to be embarrassed, no matter what. And it's one of those things where if you can remain calm in that tension where they're like, no, I'm 62 and I have $4,000 saved up. You don't freak out and say, oh my God, you're screwed. Don't do that. Say, no worries. Let's play catch up. I need to introduce you to somebody. I need to introduce you to Matt Sorenson. Okay, so he's coming. It's coming on the 14th to Salt Lake. So how many of you know someone near Salt Lake or in Salt Lake that could use this information, that is silently struggling? See, this is what we got to remember out in the world. Every day we are meeting people that are struggling in silence. Okay, they put on a new shirt, they put on a great smile, they show up to work on time, they still do all the stuff. On the outside, on the surface, it still looks one way, but we know they are struggling. Okay, sometimes we look at even our parents, they're struggling in silence. And we just think, well, they're parents and they're just going to do their best and blah, 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 blah. But really, they're struggling. They're just not complaining about it. It's fine. Struggling in silence is, I wouldn't say noble, because you're supposed to learn and not struggle. But by remaining silent about it instead of complaining, there's some good things that come from it. But here's the thing, guys. Even if you don't know exactly what Matt's going to cover. See, I know some of you are like, well, Michael, what do you expect from me? I don't know the content of the class. I don't know what they're going to cover. So how am I going to tell them to be there? I don't know the content. It's fine. You don't need to know what Matt's going to cover. Because if you knew what he would cover, why would we bring Matt in? We'd have you do it. So you not knowing the content is fine. Guess what though? They don't know the content either. They're struggling in silence. Your friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, okay, your old leads that pretended to be tough on the phone, call them back, let them know they're struggling in silence too, and that you're here to help. But you don't need to know the content. All you need to know is the solution that's going to be provided. What is the solution? The solution is a supercharged retirement account. Tax-free investing, asset protection, so you won't be sued, and peace of mind. Isn't that what the other things do, right? This supercharged retirement account, tax-free investing, asset protection. Don't all three of those create peace of mind? Isn't that what this is all about? So at the end of the day, if you're like, I don't know exactly what a retirement account even is. I don't know what asset protection means. I don't know how they could do tax-free investing. I don't know. All I know is you will gain peace of mind when it comes time to retire from the financial aspect of what we do, not the health aspect. You have to take a different class to get your body ready for retirement. But as far as your bank account ready for retirement, if you want peace of mind, you got to come to this class. How many of you have had someone do something based off of your recommendation? Right? Go see a movie. Like some of you have gone to see a movie, you didn't know what it was about, but you just saw the director. And you're like, all right, cool, I'll go because of the director. You don't even know what the movie's about. So we're trying to do that same thing here. Hey guys, there's this new show coming up. It's incredible. I don't know if you've heard of the director, but the content is incredible. So let's see. Self-directed retirement accounts. I'm just pulling up the info on the calendar here. It is $35 to attend. Esteemed attorney and instructor Matt Sorenson will be flying in to teach our local community of investors the ins and outs of self-directed retirement accounts, how to maximize your own retirement account, how to maximize tax savings, how to leverage the trillions of dollars in other people's retirement accounts, and more. This is an event you will not want to miss. It's $35 to attend. Each person pays $35, guests and IMAs. Okay? So I'll give you a quick story. But one other benefit is, let's see, what are we talking about here? Okay, another benefit is going to be, still in the solution, finding funds for your deals. Finding funds for your deals. You want to know how to find funds for your deals? Do you want to know how to find funds for your deals? You should come to Saturday's class. It's on self-directed retirement accounts. There are trillions of dollars in retirement accounts that if you learn how it worked, you would have access to that stuff for your deals. If you miss the class, you won't know how it works. And again, finding funds will bring you peace of mind when it comes to growing your business. Right? It's really finding the deals. Get the funds out of the way. So finding funds, supercharging your retirement account, playing catch up, getting your income tax-free, protecting your assets for generations to come, and developing peace of mind, all while surrounding yourself with positive people. It's incredible. So here's a quick story. This was something I learned from the retirement account class. So there's a guy, real estate investor, incredible dude. He had a self-directed Roth IRA. Self-directed Roth IRA. And he made his annual contribution of $5,000. You can only put $5,000 in that year. That was the cap that year. So what he did is he is looking for apartment buildings, multifamily dwellings, MFDs, multifamily dwellings. So he finds a building. He finds a, 700 unit complex for It was like 12.8 million, something like that. 12.8 million for this 700 unit building. Okay, don't quote me on the units. I remember the dollars. I don't remember the units. Okay. So let's call this guy. Let's call him Joe. I don't remember his name. We're gonna call him Joe. Now Joe sees this building. He only has $5,000 in his retirement account, and he wants to make money with this building. So what he does is he writes up a contract. He puts it under contract. UC writes up a contract, and he uses the $5,000 for an earnest money deposit. He puts the $5,000 down, locks in the contract. Then what he does is he markets, and he finds a investor group that all they specialize in is multi-family dwellings. And so what he did is he marketed it. Obviously, he has market rights now that he's got it under contract, and he markets to them that this building, once they own it and they put their own management in it, the building will be worth $14 million. So hey guys, oh, time for the call. So quickly wrap the story up. So he says, hey guys, I got this deal under contract. You could buy it from me. It's worth 14 mil. It's going to grow to 18 million if you run it correctly and you get the cash flow out of it like you know how to do, right? These guys are professionals. They know what to do. So his retirement account owned it. Now there's a restriction with retirement accounts. There's a restriction with IRAs. There's a yearly max. You can only put in $6,000. A yearly max of $6,000. So how on earth are people supposed to retire off IRAs if you can only put in $6,000 a year? That's not enough. Right after 10 years, you only got 50 grand in there. It's not enough to retire after a decade. So the yearly max contribution is a big challenge because you can only put in that much per year. But the beauty of the program, when you guys understand how to self-direct these retirement accounts, Joe didn't put it under contract. The retirement account put it under contract. So when he did that, he then sold it to these guys, sold it for 14 million. So after some closing costs, some fees, everything like that, these guys got their 12.8. These guys got the building, and Joe got $850,000 from the deal into his retirement account. He put $5,000 down as an earnest money deposit, put it down, locked up the deal, found a buyer, which you're all taught to do, sold it, was looking at over $1 million profit, paid some closing costs, paid a little bit of fees for the title, and now $850,000. Guess what, baby? Guess what? That is all tax-free. Woo! $850,000 profit, tax-free in his retirement account. Now he can start taking draws. If he didn't do that in a retirement account, he would have paid about $200,000 to $300,000 in taxes. So he attended a class, learned how to do it, and the guy's sitting pretty. Now when he wants to go buy an apartment building, he's got $850,000 in there. He's going to be just fine. You got to learn how retirement accounts work. You got to learn. You got to share. Share this information. Build like crazy for it. Matt Sorenson is one of the best in the country. So at the end of the day, if they don't feel like it was worth their $35, they go find the area leader and tell him it wasn't worth it, and we'll pay him back. But we know it'll be worth it because at the end of the day, 65% or 95% of 65-year-olds are dependent. They depend upon family, friends, church, and government. Let's play catch up. You got a new idea. You want to share it with them. Okay, Matt Sorenson is coming. He's helping people go from 2 to 20, go from 8 to 80, go from 2 figure, 3 figures in their retirement account to 6, 7 figures in their retirement account. So let's keep building for events. Keep building for events. Keep building for events. Remember, today is Mr. Snyder's birthday. So please send him a message, ceo@myrenatus.com. Renatus has helped my family. Renatus helped me with this. Renatus helped me with that. It's a thank you and a happy birthday. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay focused. It's Money Monday. We'll talk to you soon.